We are taught from a very young age that some of the greatest inventions and discoveries throughout history came from people making mistakes or stumbling on things by chance. As it turns out, the world of cinema is no exception from this rule, and some of the greatest and most iconic movie moments are the results of mistakes, or as they're better known, bloopers. These unplanned moments cause actors and filmmakers to react instinctually, and sometimes the resulting product is some of the most realistic and enjoyable content of the whole film. Improvisation and ad-lib dialogue is often used in comedic movies and shows, but you'll be happy to see some huge names from action and drama-based movies popping up on this list. Let's take a look at some of the best unplanned movie moments with our list of 10 hilarious bloopers that made their movies better. Guardians of the Galaxy. With media buzz starting to pick up for 2017's hotly anticipated Guardians of the Galaxy 2, we thought it was only appropriate to reflect on one of the great unplanned moments from the original movie. Fans of Parks and Recreation already know that Chris Pratt is a gifted improviser, but this movie proved that he can also react to actual accidents. Like when Pratt straight up dropped the orb by accident and then used the clumsy mistake to add to his Peter Quill character. Director James Gunn has confirmed that Chris Pratt really did drop the orb by accident, but stayed in character and finished the shot. A professional move that we're sure Gunn appreciated. Chris Pratt is amazing in the franchise and is one of the main reasons that Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy was such a cosmic hit. Django Unchained. Quentin Tarantino's western, Django Unchained, was one of the few movies to put Leonardo DiCaprio in a supporting role. The actor's used to being the center of attention, so leave it to Leo to have the craziest behind-the-scenes story from the film. During the movie's climactic dinner scene, Leo's character Calvin Candy erupts with anger that ends with the breaking of glass, bone, and a lot of blood. The crazy part, however, is that the injury was completely unplanned. The other actors and the filmmakers were stunned as Leo just decided to use the real pain, continue acting, and deliver an amazing performance. You can even watch as the actor picks the glass from his hand once his speech is over, a moment truly more painful than a lot of viewers realized. Rain Man. World-class movie stars Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise are absolutely amazing in the 1988 drama Rain Man. There are some very memorable scenes from this movie, but as it turns out, one of the most hilariously weird moments came from unintended circumstances. When the pair are squeezed into a phone booth, Hoffman's character takes things from bad to worse when he farts in the cramped space. It turns out Cruise's reactions are completely genuine as Hoffman was truly passing gas, making Cruise's in-character reactions to the flatulence even more awesome. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. In the Lord of the Rings trilogy, seasoned actor Viggo Mortensen plays Aragorn brilliantly. The role is iconic and he's at the center of many of the most amazing and fan-favorite moments from the franchise. But you may not know about this painful blooper of his that actually ended up in the final cut. During filming for The Two Towers, Mortensen broke two toes filming the scene where he kicks the helmet by the pyre, thinking Merry and Pippin were dead. Because of his realistic cry of anguish after kicking the helmet and breaking his toes, Peter Jackson chose that take to include in the movie. Mortensen was alright and the scene looked great, so it seems that his painful blooper was worth it in the name of cinema. Star Wars: A New Hope. Star Wars is an absolute worldwide phenomenon. There's nothing in the films that fans haven't analyzed and obsessed over, and this unplanned moment is no different. In a scene where a group of stormtroopers are going through a doorway, an unfortunate stormtrooper on the right hits his head on the top of the doorway. The audible bump, paired with the actor trying to inconspicuously make his way through the doorway, has made fans laugh for years. Given that George Lucas obviously wanted these guys to look menacing and evil, it's perhaps shocking that the scene wasn't reshot and instead kept in the final film. We, along with many other fans, are happy that he did, as it provides a fun in-joke for true fans to rejoice over together and has become a well-known part of Star Wars fandom. Mission Impossible 2. Fans of action movies will be quick to tell you about all the amazing real stunts that leading man Tom Cruise has performed for his action flicks. Amazing stunts like scaling a building and hanging off of a plane take immense preparation before shooting. But did you know that when filming the final fight in Mission Impossible 2, Tom Cruise almost had a stunt go very wrong as a swinging knife stopped just millimeters from his eyeball? As some sort of bizarre repayment, his fellow stuntman told Cruise to go all out on the final kick of the sequence, and boy did he ever, planting his foot squarely on his partner's jaw. All of this real-life action made it easy for director John Woo to use for the shot, after he made sure his star wasn't blind, of course. Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Superstar Arnold Schwarzenegger may be more acclaimed for his action skills than his comedy chops these days, but in the role of the Terminator, the actor could do no wrong on both fronts. The bodybuilder turned actor turned politician even tried his hands at a little improv. When his battle with the more powerful T-1000 in the movie's sequel left him severely damaged and losing limbs, he was still somehow able to come to John Connor's rescue. In the script, the Terminator had no line to speak after saving John, with the stage direction simply indicating that Arnold would be looking like he needs a vacation. After filming the scene several times, Arnold decided to give the director a laugh, turning his description into the now famous line, "I need a vacation." Maybe this was Arnold's sneaky way of letting the film crew know that he was tired of filming for the day, or maybe Arnold has a future as a writer. Either way, the line made the final film, and fans have loved it ever since. The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. All of the movies in the Lord of the Rings trilogy seem to have ended with a massive war, but in the trilogy's first film, a fight between Strider and an Uruk-hai leader was far more dangerous than audiences realized. During the fight, the orc actor was supposed to throw a stunt knife past actor Viggo Mortensen, who was planning to simply dodge out of the way. But when the scene was filmed, the knife slipped from the stuntman's hand, flying directly at Mortensen's face. At this moment, the actor's combat training kicked in as he thankfully reacted by knocking the blade out of the air with his own sword. This moment was so epic that Peter Jackson decided to leave it in the final film, and you can even see fragments of the broken knife flying through the air. Midnight Cowboy. Midnight Cowboy features one of the most infamous in quote bloopers in movie history. Dustin Hoffman's character, Ratso Rizzo's catchphrase, "I'm walking here," in Midnight Cowboy was completely unplanned. This golden blooper came to life while the crew covertly filmed actors Dustin Hoffman and Jon Voight on a New York street, and a real-life taxi nearly hit them. Throughout the years, the actors have maintained that the moment was completely unplanned, and that the now famous line was simply Hoffman's in-character reaction. We know that New York City taxi cabs can be dangerous, but we have to thank those little yellow cars for helping to create one of the most truly memorable movie moments. The Avengers. The Avengers movies are some of the most famous and high-profile films in the world. With a now enormous cast and even bigger crew, it would seem that every last detail of a film would need to be planned out in order to maintain some kind of order. Unfortunately, all of the planning in the world doesn't account for Robert Downey Jr.'s snacking addiction. Reports from the set have said that RDJ was constantly eating during the movie's filming, and that he would even hide snacks on the set to eat between and during takes. After numerous attempts to get the Iron Man actor to stop, the filmmakers just decided to let it be a part of the character's charm. As it turns out, this blooper is why you can see Tony Stark snacking all over the Avengers headquarters. So there's our list of unplanned movie bloopers that ended up making their movies so much better. Were there any other movie bloopers that we missed? What are some of your favorites? Let us know in the comments section below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more fun videos, like this one.